Okay, we're looking at lesson 1.11, evaluate numerical expressions. What we're trying to do is use our order of operations. So in what order must operations be evaluated to find the solution to a problem? To evaluate is to find the value of a numerical expression or algebraic expression. We wrote the expressions yesterday. Today we're going to evaluate them. The order of operations are a set of rules that give the order in which calculations are done in an expression. If you are in class and you look over at the bulletin board behind my desk with all the math things, you will see two big giant order of operation posters that you can use. And one thing to remember from lesson 1.10 is remember that a numerical expression is a mathematical phrase that uses only number and operation symbols. There are no equal signs in a numerical expression. So we're not going to put equals something at the end. To evaluate a numerical expression with more than one operation, you must follow rules called the order of operations. The first thing you do is perform the operations that are in parentheses. So if we were looking at this expression, we would solve this 5 minus 2. First, in this expression, we would solve 24 minus 15 in that expression. Number 2, multiply and divide. So once we had solved this, 5 minus 2, we would have 3 times 7. So we would multiply 3 times 7. If you're looking at this center one, it says multiply and divide from left to right. So first we're going to multiply or divide. And as you can see in this one, we have a division sign. So we would have to do 72 divided by 9 before we could add our 16. And the third thing is add and subtract. So once we had solved this 72 divided by 9 is 8, then we still need to do our plus 16. And 8 plus 16 is 24. So we solved our numerical expression, or we evaluated it to get to 24. Okay, so now we're going to unlock this problem. A cake recipe calls for 4 cups of flour and 2 cups of sugar. To triple the recipe, how many cups of flour and sugar are needed in all? Evaluate 3 times 4 plus 3 times 2 to find the total number of cups. Okay, so in example A, it says Heather did not follow the order of operations correctly. First, Heather added, and what does our order of operations say? It says you must do parentheses, which this doesn't have any, but then you must multiply or divide from left to right, just like if you were reading across the page. And if she added first, she ignored these two multiplication signs. So because she added first, then she's taking 3 times 7, and then she's taking 21 times 2 to get 42. Why is Heather's answer not correct? Heather added before she multiplied. Okay, this would be a good time to stop your recording and write that in. Heather added before she multiplied. Okay, and then in example B, it says follow the order of operations by multiplying first and then adding. So first thing we come across is 3 times 4. And 3 times 4 is going to be 12. So 3 times 4 is 12. We're going to put our plus. We're going to multiply 3 times 2 to get 6. And then we're going to add 12 plus 6 is 18. And we have evaluated our expression. So Heather needs 18 cups of flour and sugar are needed. Boys and girls, I want to tell you again, like I told you the other day, it is important that you write your problems horizontally across the page like this, instead of somewhere going, well, 12, and then over here we do 3 times 2, and it's important to keep going horizontally. If you need to do some extra work, then go over to the side of your paper. Okay, let's look at the evaluate expressions. And this one is going to have some parentheses. To evaluate an expression with parentheses, follow the order of operations. Perform the operations in parentheses first. Multiply from left to right, then add and subtract from left to right. If you're confused about the order of operations, again, they're over on the bulletin board, or they're in a blue box at the top of page 47, kind of to the right at the top. Okay, so let's read about this problem. Each batch of cupcakes Lena makes uses 3 cups of flour, 1 cup of milk, and 2 cups of sugar. Lena wants to make 5 batches of cupcakes. How many cups of flour, milk, and sugar will she need in all? Okay, so let's look at what they're asking us. Write the expression. So she needs 3 cups of flour, 1 cup of milk, and 2 cups of sugar. And since it's in all, they want to add those ingredients. Then she's going to make 5 batches. So the next step, once we write our equation, is first perform the operations in parentheses. Remember, our order of operations starts with doing what's in parentheses. So 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. So that's what goes in there. Then multiply. 5 times 6 is equal to 30. So Lena will use 30 cups of milk, flour, milk, and sugar in all. So our question below that is, what if Lena makes 4 batches? Will this change the numerical expression? So they're asking us what would happen if this were a 4 instead of a 5. So our numerical expression would look like this. 4 times 3 plus 1 plus 2 with our parentheses. Okay? So we would still do what's in parentheses first. So we'd write down what we're not going to change. 3 plus 1 plus 2 is still 6. And then 4 times 6 is 24. See how I did each of these horizontally. Okay, so then the 4 would replace the 5 in your expression, which we did here. And the value of the numerical expression would change to 24. Okay, now we're going to look at example A there on page 48. It says rewrite the expression with parentheses to equal the given value. 6 plus 12 times 8 minus 3 is a value of 141. It says evaluate the expressions without the parentheses. So let's evaluate this. We would have 6 plus, then we would do multiplication, because after parentheses is multiply and divide. So 12 times 8, 2 times 8 is 16, 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 more is 96, minus 3. And then we're going to add and subtract across. So 6 plus 96 is 102, minus 3 is 99. 9. So without the parentheses, it's 99. Try now. That's not 141. So now it says try placing the placement of parentheses to increase or decrease the value of your expression. So we need our expression to be more. So right here we just multiplied by 8 times 12. What could we do to make that be larger? 6 plus 12 times 8 minus 3. Well, if I added these two things and then multiplied, I'd be multiplying larger numbers. So 6 plus 12 is 18. I'm going to go over to the side, and then I'm going to multiply that 8 minus 3. Now we're going to go across. The second step after parentheses is to multiply or divide. So 18 times 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Regroup a 6. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 6 is 14. So now I have 144 minus 3, which leaves me 141, which is what they were looking for in the expression. Okay, let's look at B. 5 plus 28 divided by 7 minus 4, value is 11. Evaluate the expression without parentheses. Remember, no parentheses, we're going to multiply or divide. So 5 plus 28 divided by 7 is 4, minus 4. 5 plus 4 is 9, minus 4 is 5. Now that's not 11. Okay, so let's rewrite our expression over here. 5 plus 28 divided by 7 minus 4. Think, will the placement of the parentheses increase or decrease the value of the expression? We want it to increase the value of our expression. So what could we put together that would make us divide a larger number? Well, we can put our parentheses right here. And 5 plus 28 is 33. And now I'm looking at this going, if I keep going, I'm going to divide this by 7, and 7 doesn't go into 33, so maybe I should put another set of parentheses over here. I'm going to put my divide, and I'm going to say 7 minus 4, which is 3. And 33 divided by 3 is 11, which is what they wanted us to solve for. So there we had to do 2 sets of parentheses. Okay, so we're going to evaluate this numerical expression really quickly. Remember, parentheses, multiply, divide, left to right, add, subtract, left to right. Think, I need to divide first. So we're going to have 10 plus 36 divided by 9 is 4. Our answer is 14. You need to have all these steps when you're doing this for me. Okay, on this one, we're going to have parentheses. So we're going to write our problem down. 9 minus, we're going to do what's in our parentheses. 3 times 6, or 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 8. Now we're going to go across again, and we're going to say 9 minus 6 is 3 plus 8. And 3 plus 8 is 11. This is number 3 on the Show What You Know, and this was number 1. Okay, this is number 4 on your own on page 49. We're going to solve this really quickly. Parentheses first. 4 plus 49 is 53. Minus 4 times 10. The next thing we have to do is multiply. So we have 53 minus 4 times 10, which is 40. 53 minus 40 is 13. If you cannot do 53 minus 40 in your head, by all means, go over to the side and subtract it. This is number 5 in the one below. I'm going to go ahead and do another one. Okay, this is number 7. You can stop your recording. This is number 9, and this is number 11.